Hey everybody, this is another video. It's kind of a, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 part video put into one. Hopefully it won't be too long. As shown in my video earlier, just talking about all the videos I'd be doing, was these two things: my Gerber knife and my honing or sharpening brick. So I'll start with the brick. I got this at Ace Hardware. I think it was around less than $10, like $6 or something around there. I can't tell if you can see this. I'm still having the problem with my camera and audio, but there's a finer grain here and a much rougher grain over here. For those of you who are like new to sharpening knives or whatever, you always start with the rougher grain and take away the big dings, and you move to the finer grain and you smooth it out even more. The rougher grain you start with, the more metal it's going to take away from your blade, and then you go smoother and smoother and smoother and the smoother you go, the smoother the blade will be, but you always start with the rougher. So I got this, like I said, from Ace Hardware. I also bought some honing solution from Smith and Edge Sport. So those are the two things. I always put a washcloth under it because I don't want to get the honing solution, which is pretty much knife oil, on wood or anything around me. So the story from my Gerber, I got this a few years back. Used it, loved it for a long time. One of my first OK knives, and eventually it gets dull and used and worn. The knife itself, great. Like I said, it's Gerber. The sword and the rock, and then Gerber, that's their logo. Liner lock. I don't know what metal it uses, but it's got a swedge, like a false edge, right here. Better for stabbing and penetrating. I'm always trying to be safe with my knives. I hope nobody's scared if I'm going like this. It's not going to hit anything. But I'm very comfortable using knives. I use them all the time. So, but yeah, very good knife. I liked it for a long time. The clip is great. I had to peel it back a little bit, but then it's really useful. Always goes back to the same position. Never have to worry about dinging it up or anything. So I started out, I realized, wow, my knife's really dull. So I went out and got, like I said, these two things. Started sharpening, the first time I've ever actually sharpened my knife, so I was looking up videos and everything. All you have to do is pour a little oil on here, sometimes a lot of oil, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, you can do as many as you want, but you always have to do it the same amount of times on the other side, otherwise you'll get a uneven blade, which is not good. Okay, so then you flip it over, pour oil on it, and do that again. Alright. Then I looked at my knife and I thought about, what would make this knife cooler. So I took my metal file from my garage. It's a heavy duty metal file. And I just went across them and made these 3 little cutouts. Hopefully you can see it. That way I can, it's a lot more comfortable for my thumb to give support to whatever I'm cutting. So, say I'm cutting, I don't know, a rope. Okay, I get a lot more support behind it with my thumb there. Okay, and a lot less support when it's not there, so it makes that more comfortable. It's great, perfect tension on the bolt. It's great because I can flip it out with my thumb, like this, really quick, but then it's also really sturdy. So yeah, so that's my Gerber knife. Metal file, stone, oil, washcloth. This is a knife, I got it somewhere in like Kentucky. Doesn't really have a name. Super light. The metal's super easy. It's a Tater Hill knife, kind of old, really worn, plastic handles, so really cheap, but really sharp because I've sharpened it over and over again so many times. That's just really sharp, and so I just decided to put this in with it because it'd be really easy to do a small review, because there's not much with it, you know. It's just the bolt's really loose because I don't even need to use my thumb. I can just flip it out with my wrist, but it's still pretty sturdy, so just thought I'd throw that in with it. I don't know, you might be able to find this knife. If you do, drop me a comment and tell me what it is. Thank you.